Hey guys, welcome to the booking clinic, which I purposely originally dated for December 6th because in some cultures that's Little Epiphany, and I feel like we have so many little epiphanies when we listen to one another and learn from one another. So very recently I was on a call, and we were talking about how we had lost some of our finesse as far as booking shows, things that we used to do, things that we haven't shared with one another in a while. And it's like when we are actually having that form of being able to book a show, whether it be online or in person, it's like Michelle always said, it's like people are handing you their friends and family on a silver platter. And we realized like we can get bookings, but we needed a little bit of training on how to transition, almost like where there's some kind of closing, if you will, from selling to booking. And all of these people on this call are absolutely phenomenal bookers and trainers. So please join me. You already have, as I'm going to turn this over to Michelle Zito and then on to other members of our amazing leader team. Be ready to take notes, you guys. This is good, good stuff. Okay, take it away, Michelle.
All right. So, everyone, as you're jumping on, remember, comment live if you're watching live, comment replay if you're watching the replay. And why don't you give somebody a tag who wants to put some shows on their calendar, somebody who wants to book a show? Because here we are reaching this end of the year. And not only is it important to have shows on the calendar as we wrap up 2023, but that's what's going to bring us the momentum into 2024. So that's what we're here to share with you today, tonight, I should say, how to get these shows on your calendar. Now, if there's one thing we've been continually talking about lately on the Thursday 30 is what's old is new, and that personal connection and bringing back those old school good business habits. So, Jackie, why don't you share your take on that?
Sure. All right. So thank you and welcome. So I want to start by saying if you're somebody that you're starting over or you don't have anything on your calendar, I always go back to when I first got started virtually and I needed shows, for example, I went on Facebook and started to look at everybody that I was connected to. And I still find that when my calendar is slow and I need to add bookings, I reach out to people and send messages that way, but not to have a show because they don't know what I'm asking if they're new to Park Lane and they haven't been to a show. What I do is invite them to my show. So I just host my own show. So if you're somebody that doesn't have anything on your calendar, host your own show. It is truly the best way to get started. Invite people to an A or a B date. Have two dates set up. This way, if they tell you they're not available on one date, you have a backup date. Now you've actually given yourself two shows, right? And so I would be coming up with a message, texting at least 50 people, because you know it's a numbers game, getting people to come to your show and get started. Once they see how the show goes, that's when you are going to get bookings because they see how fun it is. They see the jewelry you're going to give away. And now you know you can ask them to host just exactly what you've done. So here's what I do next. As I do my show and I'm collecting orders, I go and I use my phone. I am somebody who's never veered from doing that because I'm always trying to build a relationship. So whether it would be in person or whether it's a virtual show, I am reaching out and I have people get my phone number at the end of a show. They text me to get into a raffle. Now I have communication way to get in touch with them. They send me their wish list. I pick up the phone and I call. If I get their voicemail, I ask them to give me a call back. I want to go over their wish list with them. In speaking with them, the very last thing I always do, and I make sure it's like that, you know, at a store they say if I don't ask you, you get something free. I make sure in my head I don't hang up that phone call unless I ask them the question. And what is the question? The question is, so would you like to host your own show? And at that time is when I get my bookings all the time. It's that relationship, and that's where it happens for me. Now, here's what I actually say. I say, would you like to book a show to help hostess get more free jewelry? And I use my Fast 50s to do that. Here's what I've always known, and I use this in another company. I came here knowing that for me, it's not just about getting 10 orders. It's about getting 10 and 2. I consider a successful show 10 orders and 2 bookings. 1 booking continues your business, 2 bookings grow your business, right? So in my head, 10 and 2 is the perfect combo. How do I reach for those 2 bookings? By letting my hostess know that when she has 2 bookings, she's going to get extra credit. That's how I use my Fast 50s. I've always known that a person will book a show faster to help their friends than to actually just get free jewelry. So as I'm asking for the booking, my words are, so would you like to help hostess get more free jewelry by booking? I get to give her a $50 credit for you saying yes. And you're going to get $400 to $600 in free jewelry for hosting a show. It's a win-win for everybody. What do you say? And then I can start to deliver dates and I go through all the things. Those are my words. And what I do is I hold myself accountable to get those bookings for the hostess. And with each yes, I give the hostess extra credit. So she gets $400 in free jewelry with 10 orders. She gets $500 with 10 orders and 2 bookings. And so I attach those bookings to the hostess credit. And then I can always use my hostess as the reason why that next person booked a show. And that has always helped me be successful in getting those bookings. I hope that makes sense.
So I hope everyone's clear on what she's talking about there with the Fast 50s, because the Fast 50s are, remember, they are for us to use to get what we need, right? So if what you need is bookings, then that's what you make them attached to. So if she wants that extra 100, she's got to chase down, Mary, tell your friends how easy this was, how fun it was, how amazing I was to work with, how much jewelry you got, so that I can give you this extra 100 in jewelry or this extra 50. So that is really just a great thing to remember, is that your Fast 50s isn't just something that you toss on the host order for nothing. There needs to be something that you're working for. And again, what Jackie referenced in the beginning about the doing a show first to draw them in, that's what those party scripts are for in the One Stop, because you can host a show and invite all your friends in. You can run that party script in your VIP group so that people can see how great it is, and then ask for the bookings. I find that works every time. So that is amazing. Thank you so much, Jackie. Okay, so continuing on with these fantastic old school business habits, Kelly has great follow-up that gets her booking. So take it away, Kelly.
Okay, great. Well, one of the things that I use when I might be out of bookings is I go back to doing what I should be doing all the time, which is great customer follow-up. And I do that with the 2+2 method. And basically what I do is I go back to the show, I put the hostess name at the top, and then I list out everybody who's in that show. Then I will reach out to them 2 days, which is the first 2, after they receive the jewelry. And I will just message them something like, hey, Melissa, this is Kelly from Susie's Park Lane Jewelry Party. Just wanted to reach out and make sure you're enjoying all your new jewelry. I hope you're getting tons of compliments. And then I just leave it there. That's the first text. That's it 2 days after she receives the jewelry. And you can approximate, based on shipping, when she would have received it. Then this next piece is a very important part. 2 weeks after, she'll banter back and forth with me. Oh, I'm getting lots of compliments. And I just, write her back. That's so awesome. You really got some great choices, things like that. Then 2 weeks later, this is where the important piece really comes in. 2 weeks later, I reach back out with her and I say, Mary, hi, Mary, it's Kelly again with Park Lane Jewelry. I just wanted to reach out to you again and to share something with you. Did you know that our hostess, Susie Q, got X amount of dollars in free and discounted jewelry just for partying with me? I would love to share the jewelry with you and a couple of your girlfriends by putting them together in a group and sharing the jewelry with them, just like I did for Susie Q. And so by saying that, I'm opening up the opportunity so she knows how much jewelry Susie Q got at that party, and I'm tying it all back together again so that she remembers who I am, that she's got my phone number saved in her phone. And then based on what she says, if she says sure, I too do exactly what Jackie says. I only give a woman two choices. Is it A or is it B? I don't let them say, well, what's good for you? Because then we're all over the place. I give them a couple of dates that work for me. And I typically say weeknights or weekends. And then I know what nights I work based on that. Then, of course, we book accordingly. Now, here's the third piece of this that's really important. If she says, no, not right now, I say, no problem at all. I say, you know what? That's no worries at all. I would love to invite you to my VIP style community. I share tons of style tips, trends, giveaways, and I even hold some private sales there. Would you like an invite? And then they almost always say yes, because they might have said no to the booking, but they're going to say yes to coming into your style community. And then I share with them the link so that I can invite them in to my style community and have an opportunity to grow and that relationship a little bit further. So that's my 2+2 idea. And then I have one more idea I want to share with you guys. And I start this at the beginning of the year. So this is a great time to go ahead and get started with it. I just go to the dollar store or wherever I happen to be, and I buy Christmas cards. Typically after the season, you can get them anywhere on sale after holiday, or you can get a whole box of them. And then once I start holding my shows in January, then I go back and I address whoever my hostess was. I address an envelope to her right now, as soon as the show is over, because I typically may not remember at the end of the year. If you're holding 5 to 10 shows a month or more, you may not remember everybody that you've booked all year long. So I address the envelope to her. I send her a handwritten Christmas card in December. And then what's real important that I put in here is I put a Fast 50s in there that is redeemable for the new year. And it's real important that I put a deadline on it. I put an expiration date. So it expires at the end of January. So she's only got till January to redeem that special coupon for holding a show with me. And then I put my business card in there and mail that. So that's just another way, as you begin in January, grab some Christmas cards and start addressing them, and then you'll have them all ready to go next December to mail those out.
Okay, no, actually, everybody go get a box now, write out this year's, because come on, and then grab an extra box and start for next year, because how did I stop doing that? I used to do this. How did I forget?
We do forget. We do
The Fast
forget.
50 part, you're smarter than me. So the Fast 50 part in there is amazing, because then, you know, I assume you're writing something like, would you like to be the first to show the new collection this year? You know, people who are the first always get the most. Like, that's usually what I say. Oh my gosh, I love this. Now we got to go back to the store. Okay, here we go. Continuing on. Love that. Those Fast 50s, you can just print them out from the Fields interface. Another thing that you can do, I have these little mini $100 bills that I got from Amazon, and these work well too. These were I must have gotten a lifetime supply, because wherever I reach in my office, I seem to be able to come up with one, and they make a great prop during your shows too. So love that. And let us know in the comments too, does anyone use any kind of like texting or email service that you automate any of what Kelly talked about? I know that that's something that I do, is I have like an automatic text that I set up when we enter them into the computer as a customer. And then 2 weeks later, they get the follow-up. And then 2 months after that, they get an email. So if you're using that, let us know. Maybe that's something we can all work on together this year. So, all right. Well, there's all these amazing business habits. And then sometimes we got to admit, we buy a booking, right? If there was a booking store out there, tell me you all would not be online. Go ahead in the comments. If there was a store that said bookings and they were selling them, who would be first online? Who would be like Black Friday, lined up at 1 o'clock in the morning waiting? We all would. Let's be real. So, Kay, how are you buying a booking?
Well, Michelle, I am never afraid to buy a booking whatsoever. So I am using the Fast 50s to buy my bookings. So I'm just going to back up a little bit. If you're listening to this and you're new to Park Lane and you don't know exactly what these Fast 50s are, they're basically coupons that Park Lane gives us that we can use on every qualified show of $300 or more. And you don't want to just be handing them out, have a show and, you automatically add it on. You want to make them work for you. That's why Park Lane design them, is to make them work for us to get whatever we want. So I love to use them to buy bookings, and I will buy bookings at a show, or I will buy bookings one-on-one. So for example, one-on-one I buy bookings. I'm doing a show and a girl says, I'd love to order from Susie Hostess, but I just can't afford it. Then I come right back to her. I would love to give you $100 of free jewelry and spoil you with all kinds of free jewelry like I'm doing for Susie Hostess. I have this date or that date, like Jackie or whoever said, don't give them more than 2 choices. And I will buy a booking that way and tell them that I'll give them $100 of free jewelry by picking one of those dates. And if you're new and you're wondering, like, how can I do that? These Fast 50s, we can use 2 on each show. Each of these Fast 50s is worth an additional $50 of jewelry for $10. So when I'm giving them $100 of jewelry, the cost on that is $20, and I am just paying the $20 fee. And that's how I buy a booking. I do not buy all my bookings this way. I just do it when I need bookings. When I have an empty calendar, I will buy as many bookings as I need to get my business flowing. Now, on my shows, when I need to buy bookings, of course, on a regular show, I plant booking seeds all through the show, and I use different props on every single show so that when you're coming back watching my show, you're not like, oh, Yawn City, she's going to do the same thing over. I always switch it out. So what I do is I always say, when I'm closing up my show and I've explained the Hostess program, what Susie Hostess is going to get, I'll say, okay, now if you guys have a wish list as long as your arm tonight, which I hope you all do, this is what you need to do. Treat yourself. Buy those favorite items on your list right away tonight and help Susie Hostess with an order. And then do the smart thing, what Susie Hostess did, and book your own show and let me spoil you with tons of free jewelry. Now, I go on and explain, because you guys know most of my business is virtual. I'll say, now these online virtual shows are a no-brainer. Susie didn't have to clean her house. She didn't have to make any brownies. She didn't have to send out any invitations. And if you guys are perfectly honest, I know a lot of you are watching this show in your PJs. So it's a win-win for hosting. It's a win-win for shopping with me. And if I only have 2 of these $100 coupons, I have 2 50s here. I have 2 sets of 100 for the first 2 girls. I only have 2 for the first 2 girls that comment in the comment section, party, PARTY, meaning that you're going to let me do a show for you. And the first 2 girls that comment, I'm going to start your show off with $100 of free jewelry, but I only have 2 of them. That's all I have. And of course, that's how I promote it on the show. And usually I'll get boom, 1 right away. Lots of times I'll get a second one. Else I'll get 1 on the show. The second one comes during the shopping time. And of course, I don't stop at 2. When I get 2, I come back on. If the 2 come during the presentation, I'll say, you know what? You hit me at a weak moment. I'm feeling a little generous here tonight. I just grabbed 2 more sets, but that's it. No more after that. 2 more.
Wait,
And if
I found another one. Hold on. Hold on.
yeah, let me go to my pile of 50, but I found another one. But I'm creating FOMO is what I'm doing. I'm creating FOMO. And what happens is, because I do all my shows virtual, if the first one comes during the presentation, the second one comes during the shopping, then I go post in that party group, you know, Michelle just took my second $100 free, but you know what? I'm feeling a little generous. I'm adding 2 more for this show. The next 2 that book, you're going to get what Valerie and Michelle got, $100 of free jewelry the night of your show. So I use these over and over and over to buy bookings, take advantage of them. That's why Park Lane supplies us with them.
I mean, they're just so magical, right? I mean, let's say that the ways we can manipulate these Fast 50s are unbelievable. Because if somebody says you're walking around and you're at the grocery store and someone stops you that a friend of yours, oh my gosh, I love your necklace. And you're like, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. This is the free gift to everybody who hosts a party in December. Why don't we get a few friends together? They can holiday shop. It's all online. And then she's like, no, do you believe you know what? I'm so glad I wore this so that you saw it. Then you just use the Fast 50s to add this to her order. You don't have to, say, well, there's a fee of blah, blah, blah. No, you just do it. So you don't tell her about any Fast 50s. You just use it to get this if that's what you want to do. Right. So the Fast 50s are so magical. I love that Park Lane has empowered us to really use them in any way that suits us. So now Valerie's bookings only somehow are a penny. Tell us about that, Valerie.
Well, Michelle, this penny game goes way, way back. I've been doing it for probably about 7 years. I'm not sure where the original game started, but because I do in-person shows and only in-person shows, I have to have something that's fun and engaging. And I have found that this game, it's a game of chance. It gets them all excited. They're on the edge of their seat. It's fun and there's no pressure. So I think psychologically why it works so well is there is no pressure with this. You're just having fun with them. So you have to put your game hat on and just have fun with it. So basically, all you need for the penny game are a couple of things. You need some pennies. This happens at the end of my show. So just I'm getting ready to say, hey, girls, you get your catalogs next. One more thing we're going to do the penny game. And can I tell you that no matter how many times they've been to a show and played the penny game, they still play again. And even the hosts usually rebook. But you get your pennies out, you go around the table, 6, 8 ladies, whatever you have, maybe 10, and they each get a penny. So you tell them, now everybody have a penny? Everybody's got a penny, right? Yep, everybody's got a penny. And this is all I say, and I say the same thing, rinse and repeat at every show. Okay, ladies, so we're going to end our game with the penny game. Everyone has a penny, and you have 3 choices what to do with your penny. So I'm going to come around the table and ask each and every one of you what you're going to do. Here are your 3 choices. Choice number 1, you can save your penny. So take your penny home and save it for a rainy day. That's choice number 1. Choice number 2 is you can spend your penny. If you choose to spend your penny, when you order tonight, you'll give me your penny back and I will deduct a penny off your order and help with your gas in getting here tonight. And the third thing you can do with your penny is you can gamble with your penny. Now, I can tell you, ladies, when I say the word gamble, you have to admit a lot of people like to gamble or like the game of chance. So when you say that word, gamble, some of them perk right up. Okay, nobody leaves the room when I say the word gamble. And I pull out my box. I've been using this box for years and years and years. It's a box from Dollar General. In my box are 10 pretty boxes. And when I say pretty boxes, no, I did not make these, but someone made them for me. They're pretty. They've got, glitter around them and they're numbered. Now, I have more than 10, but I only use 10 because usually you don't need more than 10. So I say, now, ladies, your third choice is you're going to gamble. Now, this is how the gambling goes. You can choose a box between 1 and 10. And if you choose a box, I'm going to give you your box. And there's one of 2 things in the box. It says one of 2 things. It either says, congratulations, you have won free bling, which means you just get to get into the bling bag tonight and grab anything you want out of the bling bag, which basically, girls, has, crepe and a few of the lower price items. That's the first thing that's in the boxes. But some of the boxes say, you have won me. That's right, me again. You get to see me again. And I like to call my shows styling sessions, ladies. Doesn't that sound a little more fun than just you're going to a jewelry party? So it will either say free bling or you have won a styling session, just like Kay's doing tonight. And Kay, I know you know how much fun this was. You just came into the restaurant. We ordered some snacks. We had some drinks. We've been hanging out, having fun. You know how easy this is. So why wouldn't you want to come back here and have another a fun evening? So let's just go around the table and quickly tell me what you're going to do. And that's what I do. I go around each person. Okay, what would you like to do? Marielle, what would you like to do? And some are going to say save and spend. I say, oh, that's great. And I just keep moving. But I can tell you statistically that out of 8 to 10 ladies, you'll have at least usually 3 or 4 that will gamble. And then, of course, make sure I'm not missing anything. As far as what's in the boxes, there's 10 boxes, and actually 7 of them have styling session, 3 have free bling. They're always going to choose 8 and 7 and 10. So of course, those are the ones that have the styling session. That's pretty much it. If they do gamble, then I'll go around and say, okay, Michelle, open your box. Let's see what you got. She has styling session. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Michelle, I'll come. And then they start going, I'll come. And then they laugh and carry on. Now, ladies, remember, if you do get styling session, I've got something extra for you too. You get to get into our bling box. And this bling box, ladies, is full of bling. So if you do get styling session, you can get in my bling box, pick anything you would like, take it home this evening, enjoy it until I see you again. So let's play the game. And that's how it is. Simple, to the point, quick and easy. And I think it works because it's psychological.
I mean, most of these things are. It's all about like acting now. FOMO is fear of missing out. If anybody is not up on the cool talk. So FOMO is fear of missing out. And it's that sense of urgency. Oh my gosh, somebody is going to get that and I'm not going to. We can't have that. We cannot have that. And that they get to pick the higher end gift definitely is really a double. So love that. Love that. All right. Now, because we know people love gifts, Marielle, tell us about your gift bag giveaway.
All right. So I have, I do this, and this has worked really well for me the last couple times. I saw somebody do it, probably Michelle, and I was like, that's a great idea. So what I love about this, this game is that you can do it anytime throughout the year. Now, obviously, it's the holidays. So what I did is that I just purchased this super cute, very festive holiday bag. So I like the fact that you can kind of, you know, depending if it's Easter or Valentine's Day, you can kind of go with the theme. But I got these, and these are actually really cute because it's like a scratch up, so you can just write in whatever you want. So what I do, so typically what I will do is that I will have, depending on how many parties I want, and this is usually when I have no parties, I do it in my VIP group. I usually go for maybe 6 to 10 parties, and I will just prepare these cute little bags, and I will, you know, dress them up, and then I will put jewelry on it. And I will give you my best tip is to put jewelry that is no longer available, jewelry that has sold out. So I call it exclusive jewelry. I will take a picture of it all and I will say, I'm giving away jewelry. I'm giving away over, I don't know, $1,000 worth of jewelry. Who's excited? And people get like, it piques their interest. They're like, what's going on? I want free jewelry. How do I get free jewelry? And then I will go live and I will tell them, I will not usually tell them what I'm doing. I will just show them and I will say, okay, I'm going to go through all these cute little bags. Look, this is the beautiful winter Wonderland necklace and bracelet. And then I go, oh my gosh, look at this one. This is my number 2. Who likes number 2? This is the chrome, the new chrome impression bracelet. Oh my gosh, who wants to get that for free? And then I'll have them comment and everyone's like, oh my gosh, I'm loving that. And then I will tell them that, look at this. Did you know that the gumdrop just sold out? But guess what? I have an extra one, number 4. Who likes number 4? You should put 4 in there. And then I just go through it. And then sometimes I use jewelry that I earned that it's not even released yet. So I'll just go through and I show them all my bags. And then I have people comment what they want. And then I will tell them, you can get it for free. All you have to do is come up with we can do a party for you, a little get together. We can do it online, in person. And then I tell them that all they have to do is put down a date, the date that they want, or they comment me and we can discuss the date later. And they will get that piece for free. And I've had so many people, they just get so in love with the piece. They like, whatever I need to do, I want that piece. So they will pick a bag. And a lot of times I had nothing on my calendar and all of a sudden I get 4 bookings that then turns into more bookings. And it's really saved my calendar and my business a lot of times. So that is one of the ones that I love, I go to. It's kind of my like go-to lately. And people get really excited.
This game is the ultimate FOMO game. That one
100%.
right here. because you're building up the excitement in the days. Oh, I decided to add another bag. Are you going to be joining me live on Thursday at 7? Which numbers are you wanting to win? So that all this time, and you do not tell them in advance. It's because they book a show is how they get it. Otherwise, they're not coming. Right? So you have to wait until that day, so that now what I always picture is that they're all like in their seats like this. And they're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for her to get to number 4. I can't wait for her to get to number 4, because that's, you do the overview exactly like she said. And then it's like, okay, here we go. Number 1. And then here they are. They're like, me, January 4th. And, they're like jumping right in. And then they see, oh my gosh, people who were thinking that they had time see that like 6 people just went one, and they're like, oh my God, I have to act faster. Oh my God, when is it time for number 4? So this is how crazy that game can get. So build that excitement. It's no secret what's in the bag. It's no secret what time it is. The only secret is the part that they have to book a show to get it. And by then they don't even care. They're sweating, their heart is pounding, and they want number 4 no matter what it takes. And I hope that you're also seeing here the generosity that everyone here is offering, because your extra jewelry does not serve you on the Park Lane Swap group to sell it for $8, and you're selling it to some annoying person that now is going to Venmo you. You're getting a fee, and you're getting $20 for your gumdrop. No. That booking is going to pay Marielle $200 the night of the party, and countless more dollars all throughout the year from that extension of bookings. Look at that. She's even giving away a piece we don't even sell yet. That means that when it comes out, she's going to need to replace it if she wants to show it. But she can use Rich Rewards at that point to replace it. She can buy it if she wants, because she'll have made so much money back already that what was giving away a piece she earned for free anyway. I promise you that not one woman that you see here right now will be caught dead selling a piece on the swap group, because every one of these women knows that jewelry is better served giving it away, using it to get a booking, and being strategic. So my little idea to share is simply pay the date. So let's say you are showing impression bracelets, and you're saying, you know what, girls, I know that even with double bonus items, sometimes you're like, wait, but I wanted garland, and I want the chocolate and the pink impression bracelet. What do I do? Book your show in January. And if you have your show January 1st, your impression bracelet is $1. If you have it on January 2nd, your impression bracelet is $2, and so on and so forth, so that the earlier you have it. And fun fact, any date in December, I will count as 1, so that you can get in as soon as possible in December. So you get $1 all the way through January 1st. Then we start adding it on. I know Joy Widgeon had told me that she used that when she did her Steal a Gift game. She did that as the booking special, and that she ended up with so many shows booked the first week of January for people wanting their it doesn't have to be impression bracelets. You can just tell them the high-end piece of their choice for $1 or $2, etc.
I love that too, because you front load the month. And
Right.
Whatever you do in the first weeks or so is going to impact the bottom half of your month and your calendar too. You guys, this was absolutely fantastic. I was backstage watching the whole thing. You are absolutely instrumental in the success of this organization. These were absolutely fantastic booking ideas. And you guys has heard me say it, right? If you need to fix something in your business, what do?
Book a show.
Yeah, hopefully you all knew it. You need more orders.
Book a show.
You need more bookings.
Book a
Book a
show.
You need to recruit.
Book a
Book
show.
a show.
You need to get out of your own way. Yeah, okay. You got it. Thank you so very much, everybody. You guys did a fantastic job. Awesome facilitating, Michelle. And we are super psyched to have joined you tonight. And I hope you have had many little epiphanies tonight. Thanks again, girls. I appreciate you so much. Bye, everybody.
Bye.